Good evening. Protocol having already been established, I am Kennedy Middleton, and I am the Shadow Minister of Youth Justice and Rehabilitation. The Ministry of Youth Justice and Rehabilitation aims to teach young people to think critically about issues related to the system of criminal justice, to prevent and respond to juvenile delinquency and victimization, to develop and implement effective and coordinated prevention and intervention programs which aim to improve the juvenile justice system so that it protects public safety, holds offenders accountable, and provides treatment and rehabilitative services tailored to the needs of juveniles and their families. In regards to youth justice and rehabilitation, the issues that we would like to address include poor discipline in homes and schools, bad communities, ineffective punishments, mentors that aren't available, and rehabilitation centers that aren't rehabilitating the youth. The law has the ability to ensure that certain behaviors do not occur without judicial punishment. Parents have a responsibility to train their children in the home. However, children are not always with their parents, and the government steps in to conduct discipline in the school system and through the judicial system when minors break the law. Gang violence, bullying, and other socially unacceptable behaviors often come about as a result of ineffective discipline, lack of parenting, care, love, and support. The law already provides us with some ways to punish these behaviors, but the punishments are not always effective. Within the education system, some of the punishments that a student can receive for misbehavior include suspension and expulsion. But the problems with these are students are not always seeing this as a punishment, but as free time. Expulsion or suspension isn't really a consequence. It's more of a vacation, and this is where students get into trouble, as they have nothing productive to do with their time and often do not reflect on the decisions they have made to get them to this point. Research needs to be conducted to determine the root of the problem within our community. What is causing this rise in gang violence? We need to investigate the home environment, school environment, and determine what factors from the community at large are contributing to these issues. Common punishments for a minor who breaks the law are provisions such as curfew or other regulations which impose upon their freedom. After the punishment has been served, if that individual returns to the same environment, then it is expected that the same behaviors will be repeated. Minors who do not have a home environment that is conducive to their progress should not be allowed to return home, but instead should be placed elsewhere with another family member or kept in the custody of the government. Counselors should be available for each of these juveniles to ensure that they are making continued progress. Rehabilitation centers need to be put into place with rules and regulations and programs that help the youth grow, that supports them and removes them and rehabilitates them into society. Existing rehabilitation centers' rules and regulations need to be looked over and reinforced strongly. Also, existing mentors need to be advertised more. The best solution to making a positive change in the lives of Bermuda's youth is to enforce a strong disciplinary system throughout schools that does not include expulsions and/or suspensions that occur without proper provisions to allow students to reflect on their behavior and schoolwork so that their time is used effectively. Investigations throughout the homes and communities need to be more productive and advanced. Thank you.
Greetings everyone. Being that protocol has already been established, I will take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Sierra Botkin, and I am the Minister of Youth Development and Family Affairs. The Ministry of Youth Development and Family Affairs aims to create and improve existing programs that help children in bad circumstances stay above the law in an effort to promote and create a better Bermuda. We as youth leaders have identified 5 main issues that need to be solved in order to improve the efficiency of child and family services: the closing down of residential homes, loopholes in the judicial system, the solo reliance on therapy, poor work ethic, and the large amount of clients. Today in Bermuda, there is no doubt that we are feeling the effects of the global economic downturn. However, we must rise against the odds and be proactive while handling problems that may occur as a result of the state of the economy. Bermuda has lost the sense of community it once had. Support is not present in our island, with a major disconnect between families, the youth, and the community at large. Child and Family Services is a current service in our island which is trying to best fulfill their mission statement to help promote and protect the island in the best interest and social well-being of children, adults, and families in order to enhance their social functioning and their quality of life. Although Child and Family Services is trying to run efficiently and handle all problems present in today's community, it is no secret that many things can be improved. Firstly, residential homes are being closed down due to a lack of funds, for example, Sunshine League's homes. The government has been forced to implement budget cuts, leading to the closing of facilities as such. The issue here is that Child and Family Services is attempting to help those at risk, providing safe and secure homes. However, with budget cutbacks, this has been near impossible. Without the help of the community, there is no evident solution to this problem. We must work as one, as Bermudians. Without children's homes, adolescents with no sufficient home have nowhere to go. When children see this lack of support, they often turn to other methods of supporting themselves, such as drug dealing and crime, and even worse, resort to ending their own lives. One of the largest mistakes that people tend to make during a recession is to focus on getting money in any way possible. Indeed, this sounds ironic, but in the long run, the businesses and people that make gaining money their main priority fail, as everyone realizes their money is not being used to the fullest of its potential. So we as youth parliamentarians suggest that Child and Family Services starts within its organization, and the proper funding will follow shortly. As an organization, Child and Family Services should focus on creating and delivering real value. We believe that Child and Family Services can create and deliver real value by tweaking a few of their current procedures, some of which are being identified in this proposal. It is the opinion of the youth that in Bermuda we are private and tend not to help others because we are too concerned about our own survival, but we need the community's support to survive. Awareness about Child and Family Services needs to be brought in ways other than presentations at school. For instance, awareness campaigns, so that people are more aware of the organization in a positive light. After people become more educated of the organization, events can be held that help to fundraise. These events can include the children and families who have been admitted to Child and Family Services, as well as other families and children. These events can range from family bowling nights, denim days, tag days, bake sales, and movie screenings. Additionally, Child and Family Services can reach out to private organizations to request sponsorship. The judicial system has a few loopholes that do not assist Child and Family Services in fully achieving their mission statement. In many instances, parents do not wish to deal with the law because they are let down. Adequate punishments are not put into place, and the child's input is not taken into account, as they are considered as minors. If the child is the one at risk and their input is not being taken into consideration, what kind of support is being offered? Additionally, in many instances, abused children are not presented to governmental organizations, especially if they have no physical signs of harm. Thirdly, in Bermuda, there is a tendency for the solo reliance on therapy. In some regards, therapy is an effective method to help resolve the issues of an abused child. But if the criminal is not faced with the correct legal procedures, the child is often protected at home but still sees the abuser in public places. Also, therapists are useful in some ways because it is someone that is listening to the victim in the short run, but one day the therapist discharges that victim, so the person you have trusted and told your whole life story to becomes a stranger again. It is the view of Youth Parliament that therapy should still be used, however, either a family member, guardian, or a close friend be present at therapy sessions or be given information from the therapist once the child has been discharged that will brief that person on how to assist the victim in future instances. The victim should be able to choose whom they wish to be their long-term therapist, so to speak, with reasonable discretion from family members or the therapist. This way, the youth still receives professional therapy but also has an individual that can assist them in the long run when the therapist is no longer available. Furthermore, there is a lack of work ethic in various individuals, which results in satisfactory service. Some of the employees that deal with this field approach their work as a job as opposed to a career. This is evident in many careers and businesses other than Child and Family Services, and we as youth leaders suggest that in order to solve this problem, managers and executives should set specific goals for individual employees or positions so that the employee can be sure of their exact expectations and thus be rewarded when they are reached. We must take steps to reward the employees with techniques such as special recognitions in order to keep the employees motivated. Lastly, with an increase in general population, there has been an increase in jobs for Child and Family Services, and they have been unable to keep up with the demand and are currently swamped, so jobs are either rushed or delayed. We the young people believe that we need not let people down and instead consider increasing the size of the business, increasing the amount of employees and or the space of current offices in the long run, and in the short run we must consider increasing employees' workloads so they are assigned to various cases at the same time. Currently, in some circumstances, more than one person is assigned to a given case, but a quick resolve to the increase in jobs is to assign these additional staff members to the other persons who require services. It is the view of the youth that Child and Family Services need to ensure that all employees are dedicated individuals who are truly interested in helping those in need. We believe that employees that are abuse survivors who have forgiven and moved on, or persons who have had first-hand experience with events of this sort would be a wonderful asset, so that empathy is a given when children get admitted to Child and Family Services. An alternative method would be to organize small group therapy sessions where people of this sort are present to share their experiences, including why they are no longer affected by it in a negative way, without specifics being given to ensure the privacy of the employee. Additionally, we believe that it is essential that residential homes are maintained to a good living standard. Grounds need to be maintained like a proper home, as oftentimes when children are admitted into homes, they become miserable because the facilities are not maintained, so they are constantly reminded of the predicaments they are in. With the various suggestions I have provided on raising capital for Child and Family Services, this money can be used to better these residential homes. Likewise, we believe that the Big Brother and Big Sister programs should be intertwined with Child and Family Services for support. Currently, this program has joined with various organizations to provide ongoing support to the youth, aimed at helping children facing adversity, those living in poverty, single-parent homes, and coping with parental incarceration, in order to provide long-term support to the youth that are taking advantage of Child and Family Services programs. Each child should be paired with a big brother or big sister, and the big can provide ongoing support to the little. Moreover, we, the youth, deem it essential that the judicial system listen to the children's voice as well to ensure that they are satisfied or content with the outcome of the court cases. Parents and children's bonds sometimes weaken, so the parents are not a good source to voice their children's opinions. There has to be some kind of relationship between the children and the judicial system. In conclusion, as youth leaders, we concur that Child and Family Services will benefit from the support of the community, an improvement in residential homes, staff, and the integration of the Big Brother and Big Sister program to ensure that their mission is maintained. With an improvement in a few tactics and the general support of the community, Child and Family Services can grow into a stronger organization. Thank you for your patience, and we as the youth appreciate this opportunity to voice our opinions and hope that you take the time to reflect on our words as you work diligently to better our society.